Hello, hello, hello. Well, my Facebook is launching. Okay, I'm live. Hi, everyone. It's week number 6, I assume. Oh, Patty's commenting on something. I'm not sure what yet. So let me get my Facebook in order because I'm doing it from Zoom, which is kind of works for me better than the phone. I actually kind of like the phone, but oh yeah, I can talk about the class that starts tomorrow. Okay, if that's your question, if you haven't, okay, tomorrow I'm starting a class called Passive Income Creation Bootcamp. And it's basically like a mix of sales funnel training I wanted to do last month and the product creation and getting out there. It's going to be 3 weeks. There are going to be 3 calls. First call is going to be on, we are basically going to draw, we're going to talk a little bit about what passive income is and what it isn't. But that's not the main part. The main thing is we're gonna look at all the things we can offer to the people. Like it's basically gonna be product creation week. We can look at all the ways we can pack different products, like for example, ebooks, video courses, email courses, memberships, coaching programs, consulting sessions, basically anything you can create as an info product. We're going to look at all those things, and we're going to draw a system for because for each of us going to work different system, how to deliver it to the your customer. And we basically gonna in the first week we're gonna work on the product. Like we probably gonna need something that you can offer for free. It's basically your list builder. And hi Patty. So yeah, basically, and the first thing is gonna be something you can offer for free. It can be either like a checklist, ebook, video course, and we can look at specifically at your business. There's going to be a private Facebook group where you can play and kind of basically bounce off your ideas and ask questions. And I'm probably going to do some occasional Facebook Live. But we're going to create basically a product that's specifically for your business, that works for your business and for your clients. On week 2, when your product is actually done, we are gonna create a system that basically puts all these bits and pieces together. Like for example, if you have a free offer, then it's gonna need a landing page with a sign up form, and you're gonna need an email where it's connected. So we're gonna basically look at all these things, how to connect your form to the email, so it's automatically delivered to your customer. And in the email or maybe thank you page, you are actually offering them something extra. For example, they can buy your they can join your webinar that maybe is for something like $50, or it's maybe your consultation sessions, or you can advertise your next bars class or your basically whatever. So we can actually look at these things on week 2, and we're going to actually connect your product to your emails, to your landing page, to basically to make the system. If you actually looked at the I quickly might be able to share a screen. with you. Let me just open up the Facebook event. And I'm gonna show you what's the regular system looks like. One moment. I went into the wrong place. That's the one. Okay. So this is basically the system that we're gonna put together. Like you have a free thing, and then you will have a email list. It's basically that free thing does two jobs. It's build your email list, which I've noticed so many people don't have it, even so they have a business. And why list is important? Because even though the social media is gonna here to stay, Facebook one day can disappear and something else can come up in its place, but you still lost all your following on Facebook. But email is going to be there because you actually connect email, and it's not like all the email servers are going to disappear. It's not. It's there to stay, and it's basically all but one of the most important money makers. Like there are people who have like 1,000 people on the email list, and if they need some cash injection in their business, they just send out an offer, and you can stay in touch and you can nurture your customers through your email list. Which if let's say Facebook for some reason goes down, you lost everything. You lost your business if you rely only on the Facebook. And then the other thing it does is basically puts all the other offers in front of your people. And you can actually combine the system and put as many offers as you would like. I'm going to be sharing it in the class tomorrow. What are the options? And what we're going to do in week 2, we're basically going to connect this system, excluding traffic, because that's for week 3. And we're going to connect all these bits and pieces together in the week 2. And we're going to look at each of your individual systems, like if you're using Kajabi, or if you're using Kartra, or if you're using WordPress. We're going to be looking at all these things together. And I'm going to suggest you how you can actually build the system without putting in a lot of money and resources in it. And week 3 is going to be a delivery system. Basically, we're going to look at all the places, how you can, because the kind of hub of your system is going to be landing page, where is your free offer. And we're going to look at all the places where you can put this landing page in front of the people, whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's Facebook itself, whether it's email, which you at the moment, if you haven't built any, you don't really have it. But so you can use this to build the email list, all the other social media, all the other paid advertising events you're gonna do, your friends and family. And so we're gonna look at all the options where you can do this and how you can actually create new subscribers and new clients for yourself. Because there are lots of people who actually use similar system to get people into their coaching programs. So for example, if you do that, it's basically they put like a free call or free webinar that's streamed somewhere online, and they basically get people subscribed to their 15 minutes strategy session, and then they get enrolled into the coaching program. So that's another option we can look at because that's another like a sales funnel option that you can create for your business. So Patty, I hope it answered your question about tomorrow's class. And when I actually can do it now. I can put the link to the class is anyone interested, and definitely can ask questions, because I know that I sometimes can be not say enough information and people don't know what that actually is. Okay, so that's about that. If you would have any more questions, please do ask me. I'm happy to answer. So if I don't think there are any questions. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I can't go back to where I was. So yeah, if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer. And today, I don't think if anyone actually watched the live show on my business page, I was talking about showing up and how and all the ways you can show up and why it's important to show up in your business. And I'm not going to go too much into details, but I wanted to talk about in next like 10-15 minutes about all the ways you can actually do that. Because sometimes when someone just says, oh, you just have to show up in your life, but what does it actually mean? Like, especially in the business. And if you have an online business, like if you have a brick and mortar business, like shop or something, if you don't show up every day into your shop, if you are only one who is actually selling your product, basically you don't have any business because people are not coming in and you're not selling in. That's a showing up in the brick and mortar business. But if you have an online business, it's not as kind of obvious because you don't really have like a working hours. You don't really have, especially when you're starting out, you don't really have anything much in place. So how do you show up? So you basically create for your like a job for yourself. Let's say if you need the website built, you basically show up every day and work on that website. If you have a weekly show, you do that every week or every other week, or it depends how often you do. But so I created this weekly show so I would show up for myself and I would show up for my business, even though sometimes I don't really know what I'm going to be talking about. Like like I didn't have any topic to talk about like literally minutes before I started live on my business page, and this topic just showed up. And in the past, I would probably kind of chicken out and not do it. So that's another way you can show up for yourself and your business, doing weekly shows. You can do great, and you kind of train your customer as well, your client, that you're gonna be there every day for them, and they kind of start when you do it regularly and for the long periods of time. They already kind of rely on you being there. And it builds your own habit of doing something consistently, creating content consistently. Another thing is you can do daily, like lots of access people in access consciousness, they do daily energy pulse. So that's kind as well. It's basically you build your own habit. You build the habit of showing up. And if daily energy pulse is not for you, so what it is that you could put in front of people where you could show up daily. Because what I've noticed is that even showing up weekly is not enough for me anymore. I need to add something else so I could do actually daily something, because sometimes there are days when I can't be bothered to not to get up, but to put in the energy into what I do. And then it's kind of starts to, the energy kind of goes like this. But if you are putting energy in every single day, it goes like this. But when you do this, it can't really grow because it doesn't really have like that kind of thing where to grow. To become grows and it goes down, it grows and it goes down. But if you do it like this every single day, it goes up and eventually it will go up. And last week I was reading something about relentless action. At the first, I think they were asking somebody who has now like a multi-million-dollar business, and they asked him what it is that made the difference when he was starting out. And he said relentless action, because he just had to put something in and just keep going, even though he did see that at, at the moment there were no results. So this is what I'm kind of training myself into, to putting energy every day. And especially I hired someone to do it now. So not do it something. Sorry. I hired someone to help me with my business, to support me. So, and just knowing that she does something, I have to kind of get off my ass and do it. Otherwise, like, oh, she's doing my business, just can't be bothered to do it today. So I don't want to be that kind of person, business person. So I'm tricking myself into, and I have to actually then create money so I actually can pay the person and myself. And so what other ways you can actually show up for yourself? Create your daily tasks for yourself. Create a daily creation list. Every week, look at your previous week, what worked, what didn't work, and basically do that thing for the next week. And like do like accountability hours every week. Like I'm doing it on Mondays. I'm looking at all the things I can create in a week, which I wanted to introduce in this group, which I haven't done yet. I started on Monday. I put the Facebook Live up, but I didn't follow up on what I said I'm gonna do. So I'm keeping myself accountable and starting it next week. We are gonna do it in the group as well. So we can play together and create our businesses together, and how we can actually contribute to each other instead of just I just created this group and I want people to play with it. But it's not going to happen if I don't put energy in there myself. So what other ways you can? Okay, it's a daily. You can create a programs that has some kind of daily component or weekly component. You can create like one of the Access facilitators, Haris Amanovich. He said he just put 20 classes out in his calendar. So he has to basically, even though people maybe don't show up as many as he wants to, he still shows up. He still is facilitating. He is still putting energy into his business. And even though, because there are days, oh, I can't be bothered to do it, and I don't feel like doing my business today, he has to, because he put it out there, and there are people, even if it's a one person showing up, you still show up because it's your business, and your business supports your lifestyle and your life. So I inviting you to see how can you do that. How can you put, even though if you are working and you have a full-time job, you still have hours in the morning or in the evening, or maybe in lunch hour. Even lunch hour is enough to actually create your business, because sometimes you can just schedule meetings so you can do it in let's say if you do like coaching, create a strategy sessions, like 15-minute session to talk to your potential clients. and or use the lunch hour to brainstorm your ideas or set up a call. It actually takes less than 2 hours to set up a call with all the graphics, landing page, email, and things like that. So if it takes 2 hours, how many calls can you set up in a week? A multiple, like, and especially if it's like a call that, like a series of calls, it takes the same amount of energy to put one call thing or like a 3 call series. So what can you create for yourself so you could actually show up every day for your business? And it's not, honestly, like, for me, maybe at the first it worked once a week to show up, but it actually doesn't. You have to put something every single day, just 1 hour a week. Sorry, just 1 hour a day, not the week, is something you can do. You can, don't know, create landing page, create email list, set up a call, show up doing Facebook Live in your group. Even you just, do like 2 minute Facebook Live. It's a difference. It makes a difference. Even just one, like 2 minutes Facebook Live every day, because you are telling universe as well, and it gives you more because of that. Okay, so I think I'm done talking. I invited you to look at these things and just post in a group if you need a support with that, with support with implementing something. Just type in a group. I'm sure there is someone or me who can actually help you out and move you and your business forward. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hope to see you soon, sometime again, or next week on the next live. Bye bye.